Who likes bangers and mash dry, bruv, and burnt? I don't. I do not like it. I like my liquor, I like my gravy, I like my mustard, and I love onions on it, bruv, and salt and pepper and flavour. These guys serve up shit.
This sucks. This genuinely fucking sucks. What is going on, Casually FC? Welcome to another review. Another L for Poch's side. Chelsea 0, Nottingham Forest 1. We have a lot to talk about, a lot to dissect, and a lot to fucking pour out. But before we go ahead and do so, ladies and gents, you already know what to do. Smash up the like buttons if you love seeing us miserable. Go ahead and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Hit the bell notification so you don't miss out when we do go live. Check out the links down below in the description for everyone's content, the Twitters, the channels, the Discords, all that fun stuff. Leave a comment down below. Let us know your thoughts on the game. And also check out the memberships starting at 99p. Super chats are available for you guys who want to donate and have a say in what's going to be discussed today. But I'm so like discombobulated right now that I'm not even fully ready. Okay, quick summary of the game as usual. Chelsea.
Oh, did you not send Scott the link?
Oh, god damn it, I always forget because he's not on the group chat. I'm so sorry, Scott.
I'll send it to Scott.
Please go ahead and send it to him. Oh my god.
I feel
listen. I am just so this fucking team. Okay. Pretty much was the goal in the first half or the second half?
Second
half, right?
We can see second half. I know. Okay. It's a bit.
It was like first few minutes into the second half.
It's a bit of a blur.
It says 48, so we did go into
that's 48 in the second half.
45 plus whatever. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, ladies and gents, pretty much created a bunch of chances. Struggle with low block as always. Doesn't matter what manager we have, low block is like our kryptonite. And then a foolish error from Caicedo, bad touch, and then I don't know, you could say a better keeper would have saved it, or you could say that it was a good finish. I don't care. At the end of the day, it is what it is. We didn't lose because we conceded a goal. We lost because we couldn't finish any of our chances. We couldn't take shots on target. These are the stats of the game. 21 shots for Chelsea, 7 to Nottingham Forest. 2 shots on target to Chelsea, 3 to Nottingham Forest. 77% possession to Chelsea, 23% to Nottingham Forest. We were dominating the game, but we just couldn't do shit. And it doesn't fucking help that we are trying to fucking fit in a left back into a left wing position. And you know what? I have to pull up. Where did I put it? I'm going to pull up this chart that we had from earlier.
What?
Say that again, Scott. You cut out a little bit.
The
pass map. Yeah. Yep, I'm working on it. Here, let's get
all right, guys. Before you know what, let's talk about the game, lads. You know what I'm saying? I want to first of all,
thank the Academy. Like, where are we going right now?
Yeah, I got you with the Avi, didn't I?
Yeah. Okay.
Jesus. I got him with the Avi right now.
I know people were talking about the first half. Things are happening, as they like to say. Nothing was really happening the first half. If we're really being honest, like it felt like the guys were actually off the pace, in my opinion, when we even started the game. Like it felt like Enzo was kind of off the pace, and then De Gusto was making a few like cheeky parts and everything like that. Like it felt a bit stale. The attacking stuff was a bit meh. Like Enzo wasn't playing the way he was playing the last few games. Same with the other guys. Like, yeah, we had a lot of possession, but we were doing a lot of nothing with the possession, in my opinion. Like what I would say, like towards the end of the first half, like yes, we were like kind of putting them under pressure, but we weren't like creating high quality chances at the end of the day. So like Sterling, himself, wasn't looking as dynamic as he's been in the last few games. He had like a really off game today at the wrong time, in my opinion. You then go into the second half, and then obviously you had the Caicedo error. Then obviously Thiago Silva has to kind of like essentially rushes in quickly to try to cover that space. But because of the fact that he's now rushed to cover that space to get to, I think it was Awoniyi who's there. Like that whole empty gap is literally there. Then Alanga is just able to just wash through because he's got more pages than Levi Colwill and what's the other guy's name? Axel Disasi. And then he's just able to put that into the back of the net. But when it comes down to it for me personally, I want to address a few things. Jackson. I think for me, yes, Jackson had a poor game today. But if we're being honest, the brother only had like what? The one, maybe the chance obviously that he missed, which was criminal. Let's not get that twisted. And then there was like one other chance really. Other than that, the guy was coming. Yeah. Other than that, bro, this guy was coming in deep every single time to come collect the ball, then trying to give it to the wing player, whether it be Sterling, whether it be like Chilwell. But because of him having to come in so deep, there's no one now in the box. You know what I mean? It's almost like the same situation we have in the past few seasons. You know what I'm saying? Where the guy would come in deep, bring the ball to the other wingers to help create. Okay, pause. Help create the play, and then everything happens, right? And listen, yeah, we've got, obviously, we can see it, yeah, in 4K, ultra high definition on screen today, yeah. We have known, yeah, Chilwell left wing is not a recipe for success. Like, I don't know how much else to say it. Like, you know, does he need me to say it in Spanish for him? Does he want me to speak Somalian for me? So Arabic, you know, I know multiple languages, like, just to tell Pochettino, Chilwell left wing ain't cooking, big man.
Right? With Chilwell on left wing, we might as well be playing with 10 men.
Yes, we are literally playing with 10 men. No one was passing to him. Like all Nottingham Forest had to do, yeah, is they had their old academy project, whose name I just literally forgot what as I'm speaking right now. Yeah, his side literally they were just protecting that right hand side. The guy on the left hand side had barely anything to do. Literally, they knew, yeah, Sterling and Jackson were the main connection point, and Gusto. If you stop everything from happening from there, you basically won the game. Wait your time to get the chance, which they did, and then just, you know, sharp. And like, even when you talk about sharp, when we were even preseason, I know obviously people do not think preseason is like, you know, a necessary thing. Remember the game against Fulham? Fulham played this to like semi-mid block.
Dick away, man. Jesus fucking Christ.
Fulham literally played like some level of a mid-block to low block here against us, and we will find it very hard in that game to even break them down. Right, so for me, I'm kind of not surprised that we're unable to break these guys down because we've not been able to do a preseason with his tactics. So at the end of the day, man, if we are to look at solutions, 4-2-3-1 is absolutely necessary. All right, we need 4-2. No. We can discuss it with me later. 4-2-3-1 is actually so we need to change the formation. I am sorry, yeah, we cannot play out the back. I'm praying Lavia is available. Yeah, when we come back, because like we cannot play out the back of this formation. If we're too slow, we're literally all the time side passing on the halfway line. It's not cooking, bro. Like we need to start bringing in some level of attacking quality in the team. We need more attacking quality. I'm sorry to say it, but that's just the reality of the situation.
Okay, follow me here. Okay, let's look at this chart. You got Thiago Silva here. You got Disasi here. Colwill on the left back, Gusto 20 right here, 27 on the right back. This is a 4 at the back. This is not 3 at the back. The issue isn't okay. Even here, the double pivot, Caicedo and Gallagher. You have Enzo as a 10 right here, pretty much, or an attacking 8, whatever you want to call it. We are playing right heavily on the right side, and this is 4-2-3-1. This is 4-3-3. This is 4 at the back. The problem, hold on, Ahmed. The problem is, why are we putting Colwill at left back here? Why is Chilwell here at left wing? If you listen, I have not been the biggest fan of Chilwell this season so far. Preseason, there's a lot of sus from Chilwell. I have not been as big an advocate. Last season, I gave him a pass. He was recovering. The season before that, I thought he was fantastic as a left wing back, so on and so forth. Sure. Even now, I would be okay with playing Chilwell as a left back, just not as a left wing. As a left wing, he is useless. Okay, as a left back, he can overlap, underlap, whatever the fuck you want him to do. Sometimes he goes into midfield from left back, whatever. It's more useful than playing him as left wing. If you must keep Chilwell in the lineup, Poch, sure. right now, this is just useless. This is putting people in the wrong positions. Because if you put Cucurella, you put Maatsen, you put Choa in this 26 position, we look better. I think we would look so much better. We would actually have some attacking impetus from this left-hand side. There is nothing here. Look at the pass connection. There's no pass connections. The team knows they can't pass to Choa. There's no link-up play with Choa.
All right. Can I ask you a question?
Talk to me.
Yeah. You keep talking about this is a forward back. This is not. This looks like a five back to me, bro. This is comprehensively speaking, Chilwell, yeah, it might as well just be another left wing back there. Might be better because we've got 2 left backs, 2 centre backs,
and then Colwill behind Chilwell like that then.
Yeah. So I just think for me, you know, honestly speaking,
I don't know how you see 5 at the back.
Honestly, when it comes down to it for me, yeah, Thiago Silva, I love Thiago Silva, but he is on some level also slowing the game down. I'll be real. He has a part to play in this. Chilwell, of course, has a major part to play in this. And this formation, I'm sorry, yeah, you can say it's not a 3, it's a 4-2-3-1. On the form sheet and on the way we are playing Sadah for Sadah. Let's not play about it. Simple as that, man. You can say, oh, look at the map. This is the new formation on the map. But, bro, it's literally a 3-4-3, whether you wanted me or not. That's what it is.
I will say, like, you're right. The graphic here does show it's a back 3, but you got to remember we had a lot of the possession. So the back 3 is our in possession shape. And, like, when people say we're a back 4, that's considering us out of possession. That's where Chilwell just stays in the wing and doesn't track back. That's where Colwill moves a bit more out to left back. That's where Gusto comes back. So you kind of got to think about in possession versus out.
But again, yeah, but I agree with what you're saying, Scott. But if that is us in possession, we're playing a back 3. Why are you playing a back 3 in possession? Surely then that's when you should not even be playing maybe a back 2 in possession, because you want to have a few more plays in the attacking third to help you out. That for me, it makes it even worse in my opinion, if that's the case.
So I gave this a bit of thought today. I'm starting to kind of. I don't want to admit it because I don't think that he is the issue. Wow. But if the reason that we're playing this formation is because we're trying to compensate for Thiago Silva, I think we need to. Listen. I don't know if let's say Thiago Silva gets a niggle, and we're still at 3 at the back. Then your point's debunked at this point.
It's not debunked. Bob, the reality of the situation, we are playing it for 2 reasons. It's because he doesn't trust the left winger, so he's trying to compensate for Chilwell defensively, and he's trying to help out Thiago Silva by playing that back 3 too. That is what it's. But for me, again, the point that was made here by Oliver that we're playing a back 3 in possession, is crazy to me. Like, how are we playing a back 3 in possession? Surely that would be in the possession phase.
Me personally, I don't have a problem with that because, a lot of teams do that. Arsenal do it. Man City do it. And boy, would we love to be in their position, both in terms of, like, position on the table, also just with the way they play. They're actually entertaining to watch.
But the thing is, Oliver, what I would say to that, right now, the guys that we have in the back, but Axel Disasi, I don't think Axel Disasi, respectfully, is the guy on a technical level to do some of the stuff that we're expecting someone defenders like at Arsenal and Man City.
He didn't set a foot wrong today, though. That's what I'm
talking about. No. There's a difference between playing well. I'm saying he's technical level though, right? That's what I'm talking about. Him, like Thiago Silva. I'm not too sure. He just learned the ball in it. That's what I'll just put down to him. And Levi Cole, he has some level of technical ability. We've seen that before from him, but when you don't have that level, with your 3 centre backs, there's no point of doing that, in my opinion. That's what I would say to that, Scott. Oh, Scott. Sorry, Oliver. It's getting. I got.
Listen, we're all just fucking frustrated and confused right now. And listen,
it's not even confused, like, you know what I'm saying, Marshall, because
I don't think it's as straightforward as you're making it seem, though.
It really is sometimes.
No, it is straightforward.
It really is sometimes.
We see the issues on the pitch, and the manager can't, and he's doing the same thing over and over again. Like, you could kind of understand it for the Liverpool game, like, because of the fact they were heavily attacking. You could kind of understand it for the West Ham game because it worked in the first game. Might as well try it for the second game. Sure. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. It was broken after that West Ham game, and we haven't changed it since then. It's been broken the whole season since the West Ham game. And he has not bothered to change it. The only time he did change it is when we played Wimbledon.
And that's another one that baffles me. It's just like, what the fuck? Like, why this flipping and changing and just not sticking to, like, okay, I will say this. One one stupid positive out of this is that at least he's keeping the lineup consistent.
I don't care.
We're not swapping and changing like we were a bunch before.
Cool. So
Is that a positive where we are?
I'll say. So what you're telling me is he's relying on players in positions that isn't working. So that just telling me he's incompetent.
Yeah, it's just this. That's the thing, though. Like, it's pissing me off that we are sticking chill on the left, and it's not working. Listen, we could have 22 shots and all that stuff. Like, sure, you can say like, oh, we were attacking though, and all this. But at the end of the day, like, we could have been attacking even more if we had the left wing. We could have had more dangerous opportunities if we had a left winger diving into the box and going in there for an opportunity to strike the ball. We saw what happened when Joel had the chance to strike the ball and he missed it completely, and it just went through his legs in the very beginning of the game. So it's just.
Can I ask you a question, Marshall? Have you heard of the saying before? There's a saying. There's a famous saying. Yeah, insanity is doing the same thing multiple times.
Yeah.
This is what's going on right now. Right now, what we're seeing on some level is insanity. Like, why are we playing something that we can clearly see is a broken system? I had the feeling, yeah, if we won 3-0 at Luton, yeah, and I think I said this to you guys. If it wasn't to you guys, I said it on my channel. Where if we win 3-0, yeah, this is gonna give like the manager like the proof that this formation is gonna work. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing I thought, and clearly that's what's happened because he's played it again now against what's it called, Nottingham Forest. But if that happens again, yeah, against Bournemouth, bro, you got to ask real questions, man. Because if Lavia comes in, sorry, bro.
I said I'll be real. He's a clown. Like Pochettino at the moment is a clown. Like
he's moving like a twat, bro. He's literally moving like a twat. There's no other way to put it.
I don't understand. I don't understand how you went from pre-season. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't understand how you went from pre-season to where you were putting these guys like Mudryk, Jackson, Maatsen, etc. go on in positions where they could succeed, and now you've put them in a position where they're just failing. Like Jackson today, you're asking Jackson to come deep, pick the ball up from the centre circle, drive forward with it, you know, be the pass before the pass, and then somehow break a leg, like somehow teleport into the box to finish the chance. How's my man meant to do that?
He must think he's got 99 pace on FIFA. He must have played this guy on FIFA or something because, like, this guy's got 99 pace. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, he's going to tear something. He's going to tear a muscle with the amount of work he's getting him to do. And do you know what the problem is? Is there's no one in the number 10 because the guy we're playing as a number 10, right? And I like me and others have to take fault because we said he maybe could do this. He can't. At least not in the way Poch wants to play the number 10. You're asking a guy to like have the ball at his feet and have the game in front of him to play with his back to goal and make late driving runs into the box. When you've got a guy who could do that, despite the fact I don't rate him, you could get him to do that, and you're playing him as the 6 in this team.
Mamma mia.
I was going to say there wasn't really much option still for Pochettino to use in like the left tack, and the only one I can say is... No, hang on. The only one I can say is Madueke because Mudryk came back from an injury, and Cole Palmer we just literally bought, and normally when players you just buy, even most managers don't start, but maybe we should have used Cole Palmer because we're desperate. But I have to see next game as well with Pochettino. Like he has to use like Mudryk or Cole. He definitely has to play one or two, Cole Palmer or Mudryk or even Madueke.
Now, when it comes to
like he can't. Can you expect him to like start? For example, Mudryk today though, because he just came back from a big, not big injury. Why? He just came back from injury. Chris,
I'll tell you what. When it comes to the left-hand side, I wouldn't mind actually trying Noni there. I wouldn't try. I wouldn't mind trying Madueke. Yeah. But just to elaborate on that point, because like people are saying, he's never played on the left before. Well, if we can get him doing what Sterling's been doing, in the 3 games before this, excluding Wimbledon, what's he been doing? He's been linking with the players on that side. He's been driving the ball to the byline, doing cutbacks. We know Noni's a good enough dribbler to get there. So from there, it's just about final ball. So I think if he can get there, he has to create some sort of chances from that, and it's going to be better than whatever Chilwell's doing because the guy cannot dribble, and I don't blame him for that. He's never been a dribbler. It's just misprofiling from the manager.
It's the only one I can think of. Like Mudryk just can't play that game. I think next game he can.
Why can't Palmer play?
Yeah,
See,
man.
the only thing I can think, Army would just signed him and everything, and normally, like, most
I
managers
agree with Chris on that one.
They don't really tend to start a new
I
player.
just think
I know. I think maybe we could, like, desperate, like, we could have been desperate and like start him, but like
Can I ask you
normally
a
most
question,
managers.
Chris?
What?
How many preseason games? How much game time before we signed him had Caicedo played?
Caicedo barely played preseason. I know
Exactly.
that, and
Almost
look
played
at, but
pre-season.
I will say, and then when he got subbed on against West Ham, look how like stiff he looked. I would say, like he looked out of the game.
We didn't follow this. We didn't follow this logic last season as well. I remember we played Everton opening game of. We played Everton opening game of last season, and like Koulibaly started the game first of all, so he was a new signing, and Cucurella signed literally 1 or 2 days earlier. He came on, but I think Badiashile started the first game he was available to start in. Same with Enzo. Like we have not followed this logic before, so I don't really understand. In a time now where we need a number 10, and even if Palmer isn't the finished article, just need someone there that knows what they're doing at the very least.
But
You could have taken the risk.
You know what it is?
Here's the
quickly,
thing.
yeah,
Hold on, real quick. Here's the thing. When if we're thinking like Poch and seeing that this formation worked against Luton, like what Ahmed has said, then why would he change his formation? He's not going to change his formation, even though I understand that. We understand that. But Poch is too stubborn. So he goes into this game. He goes into this game. Hold on. Let me just land. He goes into this game. He just got Palmer. I think he's going to wait till Palmer is with the team and meshes with the team a little more, that builds up that chemistry. He's not going to start him immediately, even though he is match fit. And we did see him play, which we will discuss what he did on the ball. But he's going to stick with the lineup, thinking it's going to work. And then when it doesn't work, you saw what he did. He threw the fucking kitchen sink at it. Go ahead, Ahmed.
But like he's done that before against West Ham. So like, why are you doing it again against Nottingham Forest? You threw the kitchen sink last time.
West Ham was a fluke. West Ham was a fluke.
Listen,
I know it's not. I know it's not. But I'm just thinking, like, what do you think the manager's thinking?
Before we go into that, I want to address something that Jez said, which I actually think is right. Because like Madueke's game, right? Madueke's game is a cut and shoot guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the problem is, right now in Poch's system, I'm not understanding how the wingers are meant to be working either. Like we've got the reality situation, we've got fullbacks that like to overlap, right? Then you've got guys some wingers that like to overlap to face them and 1v1, and then they bring in that cross, the low cross in to the striker to put the one in there. Then you've got guys like Madueke who are there who come inside, want to come inside, cutting and shoot onto his left foot. Obviously with Mudryk is this very similar to where he likes to come in and cut inside and shoot. But the way he's playing on wingers, we're playing like we're touchline wingers. Like Sterling's the only one that's kind of playing like an inside forward.
Also, two things. Number one.
By the way, guys, I agree with you guys. I'm just speaking on how the manager could be thinking about this. Sorry, Scott, go ahead.
I would say we say it works against Luton, but Chilwell shit against Luton has been shit every game.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not a merit based thing. We're not doing this based on merit and based on it works, because the guy he's playing left wing consistently has played crap every game. Like, he's been poor every game we've played.
Yeah.
Also, the thing with West Ham is it's not a fluke, because this is Pochettino. This has been the problem with Pochettino at Spurs and at the PSG. He has struggled to break down low blocks, especially at PSG and especially in his last season at Tottenham. That's 3 years ago. He was at Tottenham 3 years ago, I think, 3 or 4. He's not learned anything in 3 or 4 years. In terms of how to break down the low block.
Like, and by the way, 62 of you guys watching, please smash up the like buttons. It does help us out with the algorithm. I get you with the low blocks thing, but what I'm starting to break my brain over this, because we've been through 3 managers before Poch, and every single time, are we just getting managers that don't know how to confront the low block? Do we do this on purpose? Like, at what point do we say, like, okay, a low block is just something difficult to bypass, something difficult to break down? We just need to. At what point do we not look at the manager when it comes to low block? I'm not trying to defend Pochettino. I think Pochettino has a lot to blame for this. And I'm not going to sit here and say Pochettino out, because I'm not reactionary either. This is the 4th game of the fucking season, for fuck's sake, guys. But I don't know. I just wanted to put that out there too, because like, how often are we going to say, "Oh, this manager and low block"? Like every single manager now that we've had has been an issue with the low block. Like, is it the tactic? What is it? Is it really the manager? Like, I don't know.
I think it is.
It's just the manager.
But I do think it's some players too, because like there was chances today we could have buried, but like I'm not.
How many?
Saying like the one where the Chilwell he should have buried.
missed
Jackson.
it.
And I felt like
Jackson.
the one where Enzo
True.
passed to Jackson, instead of just taking on the keeper, he should have just hit on his left foot. I really think he should have done that, because I've seen him he can hit on his left foot like in pre-season. But there's a handful of big chances to have, but like that is like, you know, where we could have put it in. Like, but
we shouldn't be.
It's mainly the Chilwell thing for me is Poch as well. Like that is the main thing I don't want to.
Can I ask you, Chris? Yeah. Can I ask you, Chris? Yeah. How many chances does Haaland get a game in general? Like, for example, how many chances?
Haaland, but the thing is,
no, I'm not talking about him scoring. But I'm just saying, like, how many chances?
Okay, yes, he can miss a couple. I know, but he can also be clinical on his day as well. Like, it's
no, I'm not even talking. No, this is not about whether or not.
I don't know averagely. I don't know averagely, like stat like.
Man City create a bunch of chances per game.
They do. I know.
Right?
Yeah. I know.
A lot of chances in game. Yes, yeah. We should criticize. Yes, Jackson for missing the sitter that he missed. There is no doubt about that, in my opinion. Right, but when this guy is only getting one or maybe even two at best high quality chances, right? It isn't fair for us just to say that he's not clinical enough, because he's not even getting. He's only getting what, one big chance in the game, or two big chances in the game. You know what I'm saying? We can't just say he just shit straight away. Like we're not even giving him that amount of
Jackson ain't shit. I don't call Jackson shit because he's a very good footballer. It's just sometimes.
Yeah, but the thing is, Chris, you're saying that he has to score those one or two high.
I think he has to score at least one of them. The second one is like.
But the point I'm trying to make is that, you know, this guy, you know, this guy has to be so clinical. He has to be basically the most on target striker in the league, literally, or even in the top 5 leagues with what you're trying to make him do.
Also, like, say he scores that chance, so what? We draw 1-1.
Yes,
I think the Chilwell one, Chilwell should definitely put that away since he knows how to shoot as well. And
we're doing this chances thing, by the way. Just before you go, Marshall, we're doing this chances thing, by the way. We're talking about 2 chances across the entire game that we should have scored. I can think of 2 other chances that Forest could have scored from in the second half alone.
I will say this, and this is where I go back to this chill at the left thing. If you're watching the game with me on the Discord, you will hear me sing his praises over and over. I think Gusto has been fantastic as a right back option for us. But going forward, how many times today did we just see pointless crossing to nobody? And it's not like we have a heading expert who's our striker, which I don't know. I could be wrong. Maybe Jackson has scored multiple headers when he was playing in his previous team, but I don't think he's a type of striker that wants to get the ball out his head. This is what I mean. Like, if we were stuck today basically doing the same thing on that right-hand side with Gusto over and over and over, so many crosses, because we don't have the option on that left wing to do anything else. At least Sterling on the right wing was able to, when he got the ball, he was able to cut inside. We saw the chance that he got that Jackson missed, unfortunately. Like, he was able to create something. We don't have that dynamicism on the left wing because we have Chilwell.
Before we get to Chilwell, I wanted to make a point
before we continue on Chilwell, but
because like I feel like I don't know what's been going on with Gusto, because you know, watching Gusto early on, this guy was producing high quality crossing chances, you know, at Leon. When I was watching him, he was actually defensively not great defensively when I used to watch him at Leon. Like, going forward, he was moving mad. He was creating a bunch of high chances, putting in great crosses into the box. But ever since I've seen him come at Chelsea, he's actually like had almost a complete 180, where he is completely defensively solid. But like going forward, like there's at times where I just feel like he's been made to feel like be very tame. And because of that, I don't know I don't know why he's lost, you know, that ability to do these crosses.
I am not blaming Gusto. I'm just trying to point out the fact that we had absolutely no fucking other outlet other than that right side. And Forrest knew that. They put bodies into the box. How often when those crosses came in, it landed to a Forest player? It didn't land to a Chelsea player. We were outnumbered in the box constantly because
Marshall,
we just parked the bus.
We saw the exact same thing against West Ham though. And what did I say in that review? These players just revert to type. This is what they do. It's like a switch goes off in their head at a certain point in this game where they realise they just can't win it. But we've got to look like we're trying. We've got to look busy. So we're just going to hit the same cross from the same side every single time. That crossing isn't the problem, because you can hit a cross on the ground and it still cause just as many problems for a defence, but in a different way. They might not be expecting it. I just add a bit of variety, but you're playing the same ball every single time, not even consistently. So it's not even causing them problems every single time.
Yeah,
it's hitting a centre back all the time. It's just too predictable, and we didn't change it up. That's why. It's one of the big reasons we lost the game.
I'm not saying that, Augusto is the reason. Oh, he's not creative enough. Oh, no.
But Marshall, no one's saying that. We don't.
No, the chat is not listening to me. Listen to me, chat. So I try to tell you. I'm just saying, we're being funneled into that right side because we have a useless left winger. I mean, I don't know how much I can beat around the bush on that left wing side, but I did mention this in the Discord. It's also look, hindsight's 2020, but fuck it. We should have just started with Palmer as a 10. It's clear to see that ever since Carney got injured, ever since Nkugu's got injured, the whole tactic has changed completely.
Can I ask you guys a question? Do you not think it is super worrying that if one man in your team gets injured, your whole team, your whole tactics, everything just seems to be destroyed? You know those cartoons, where you remove one piece and then everything just crumbles. That's what it's looking like to me. For that,
I refuse.
And this isn't Lionel Messi, by the way. This isn't prime Lionel Messi that we've lost. This is
19-year-old Chukwuemeka. 19-year-old Chukwuemeka.
I refuse to believe that this manager's tactics are going to just fall apart and crumble because he's missing one core position. Every position is a core position, really. But if he's missing this one position that is so pivotal to the way he wants to play, can you not figure out another way to play? Are we back to what Tuchel was doing, where hey, 3 at the back's not working. You don't have your wing backs, but he's gonna stick with 3 at the back. Are we doing this again?
One thing I would say to DS Capri, we're not even trying to be reactionary, DS Capri. For me, I think as fans, right, we have to ask the question: what happened to us where we literally had to do a complete 180 to the formation that we're playing? And also, as a manager at times, as a manager, right, surely you're seeing the way the tactics is being played, the style that's being played, and that the stuff is not going correctly. Surely the West Ham game should have been the red light for you. Even the Luton game should have been another red light for you because of the way Chilwell was playing. But now this has to be the ultimate, how the police and everything go, we will. That has to be the alarm bells need to start ringing now. Fully. That's what it comes down to for me personally.
Well, surely...
But the thing... Go on, to Mitchell Boy's point where he says when he gets the players back, he'll bend them in.
I hate this fucking argument so goddamn much. I hate this argument so much. I can't put into words. What players are going to come back? What changes about what we're doing compared to what, when we get players back? What changes?
I was going to say, Scott, anyway, since Cole Palmer's came in and now obviously Mudrik's come back to fitness, and we should use Madueke as well, I think, in there somehow as well, in a mixture. But I think Cole Palmer should be at 10, and obviously Mudrik, we don't need to just rely on Nkuku. Now we have Cole Palmer as that backup 10, or he could be a right winger.
Chukwuemeka is back, if I'm not mistaken, in October.
Oh, in October.
He's
back now then.
Yeah,
his injury, it was only 6 weeks, wasn't it?
6 weeks, yeah.
Yeah, he's back in October. Apparently, Benoit is back now, officially, after the break. So, we are getting, Reece James is also back after the break, but he can hold bench for the time being. I can't lie to you, broski. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't holding it.
Fully fit. I don't want to see you on that pitch. But if we're truly being honest, if we're truly being honest, right, I want this formation to be changed. I personally think our 2 best wingers right now, because I'll put Cole Palmer in the 10 role, is Sterling and Madueke right now. I still don't think Mudrik's ready. You play Sterling with the left if you have to, or play Madueke on the left. Whichever one you choose, make sure just to play them on the left.
And Colwill in the middle, right?
And
okay.
if I'm Poch,
Cole Palmer.
if I'm Poch, you are playing these man, yeah. You are playing to these winger strength. That's what I'm gonna say to you. You told Madueke, I know you like to cut and shoot and beat your man. Do that.
What are you changing? What are you changing the formation to?
I said to you already, it's gonna beat the 4-2-3-1. Literally.
What? But I don't.
No Thiago Silva.
Guys, am I crazy? Am I crazy?
I
are
think
we
that's
not
Poch's
doing
favourite
4-2-3-1? Isn't that what we already are doing? Pretty much.
No, we're not.
The formation is not the problem. It's the personnel. The formation is fine. It's absolutely fine. The problem is the personnel.
Like having Enzo as like that false.
No, if the plan is to do this like 3 at the back in possession, similar to what City are doing, what you do is you can keep like I can do it on the fly now. You do Reece, if everyone's fit, you do Reece at right back. You do a back 4 of Disasi, Badiashile, and Colwill. You go on the left, you go Palmer. On the right, you go Sterling, or switch that if you need to. You go midfield 2 of what's the names? Fuck.
Enzo and Casado.
Casado and Enzo, and then you go number 10 and Nkunku when he's back fit, or just someone else there for the time being. Put Palmer there and put, I don't know, Maatsen on the left, whatever. Put Jackson up front. There you go, sorted it.
Yeah, I agree with you. But that formation that we're playing right now is the 4-2-3-1, except we're just, instead of Colwill being a left back, it should be actual like Chilwell, Cucurella, or Maatsen, a left back. It's the staff, it's not the formation.
Can I just ask as well? Is
centre back and left back? Like, that's not necessarily an issue. That's what Arsenal do. That's what City do. Because what they do, what they do is they get the fullback on the other side, whether it be Zinchenko for Arsenal or Walker or Stones or whoever on the right-hand side for City, to come into midfield. So there's more support in midfield. What they don't do is they have 5 defenders on the pitch.
I was going to say, there's no point like switching out Colwill from left back if he's looking like our best left back right now. There's no point. And like you said, like other people do that if it works out. Like, and
that's what I was going to ask. Like, do you have a problem with Colwill at left back? Like, is his performances at left back like worrying you in any way? Because I personally don't see a problem with it. I don't know about you guys in the panel, but he's not problematic at left back at all.
The thing is that like. I feel, this is just a feeling, I could just be talking out of my ass, and very much so, it's very possible, okay? But I feel like, I remember whenever we played the 4 at the back, and we had a left winger, we would see overlapping runs, good link-up play, and advancement into the attacking areas. We're not seeing that at all, and I don't think, like, this is no disrespect to Cole. I think he's a fantastic player. I don't think Cole is going to be that left back to do overlapping runs and bombing into the box like Chilwell could do, which is what frustrates me about having Chilwell as a left wing. Like, at least with Chilwell as a left back, you get those overlapping runs. And maybe, okay, say you don't want to play Mudryk there because you don't think the chemistry's there. And we saw it in preseason. It didn't look good with Chilwell on left back and Mudryk on left wing. Maybe it's something that takes time to develop. Maybe you just play Maatsen there. But even just playing Maatsen there, at least it gives us an option to do the overlapping runs. I just don't think Levi Colwill is going to be the guy to be doing that kind of stuff on the left.
Marshall, the idea of playing Colwill at left back and him tucking in as a third centre back is that the left winger is supposed to hold his width, and the number 10 is supposed to come into the half space. But what we see Chilwell doing constantly is inverting into these striker positions, and there's no width on that side. That's what ends up happening.
I mean, I do want to touch on Cole Palmer, right? Because I think this kid did come in, and I think he looked good. I don't think he really stepped a foot wrong. I don't expect him to come in and just take the game by storm and just win us the game, obviously. And anyone who did think that, anyone who's judging him based on this game, saying, see, if it was Kudus or if it was like Cherky, if it was whoever the fuck, we would have won. Shut the fuck up. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. We're looking at his stats right now. 85% pass accuracy, 45 touches, 28 out of 33 passes completed, 18 out of 23 final third passes completed, 3 out of 4 dribbles completed, 3 ground duels won, 2 ball recoveries, 1 key pass. He looked fantastic today. I still don't think he's starting next game. I think I don't know what it is. And I don't know. Maybe this is where like I'm hesitant now. Is it Poch or is it the board? Because is it Poch that wants experienced players and doesn't want to play these youth players because he doesn't trust them, which is why we don't see Maatsen play, which is why we don't see Maatsen really is the big one. This is why we didn't see Mudryk play, which is why we don't see Palmer starting this game. Is it that, or is it that he does want these players, but I don't know. He just is being stubborn with this left wing thing. I don't know. Like I'm at a loss for words right here. But now I'm looking at the situations like, what is going on? Like, why aren't we playing these kids? Like, now I have to figure out like where's the answer in this? I want to know why he's not playing Maatsen at left wing. Why is he forcing himself to play Joel at left wing? Is it really because he's incompetent, or is he does not trust these youth players? Maybe he didn't pick these youth players. I don't know.
I don't think it's the board, because if you saw what Matt Law said today, we missed out on James Maddison because we decided we're not going to sign anyone that's over 25 years old. So, the board definitely want to go young, and that's what I make of that, really. I don't know if you saw that, but yeah, Matt Law said that we were only signing players that were 25 or under, and therefore Maddison couldn't be considered because of that. Just look at how well he's doing at Spurs, by the way. We could have definitely done with that. I don't know about you guys.
I don't agree with the whole Maddison thing. Because,
meaning, like, that we shouldn't have gotten him? Or
yeah.
What do you mean?
No, that we shouldn't have gotten him, because where would he have, if the we're saying this because Nkunku got injured.
Sure.
If Nkunku was fit right now, we're not having this conversation about Maddison. Because if we'd have bought Nkunku, where would Maddison have played? Unless you were going to put Nkunku on the left as a left winger and Maddison as the 10, which, maybe that could have worked, but the whole point was you bought Nkunku to play him as the 10. That was literally the whole point. So, we're only saying that now because he got injured. If he didn't get injured, we're not having this conversation. And
that's a fair point, I guess. Yeah,
injuries happening. And also Maddison joined Tottenham before Nkunku got injured. You can't see these things happening.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's fair. My point still stands about the whole we weren't signing players over 25. So this is definitely a thing from the board where they want youth. At least that's the recruitment strategy. The recruitment strategy has been to buy youth. We can tell that from a mile away. So, read into that what you will as to whether or not that has an influence on the lineup.
Also, this idea of you need to sign experience and youth doesn't work and all that bullshit. I don't buy at all.
Mm-hmm.
I don't buy it, and I don't buy this idea that you need to sign. I keep seeing people talk about should have signed this player, should have signed that player. It's a bunch of bullshit. I'm sorry. I think the Beautiful Game mentioned it earlier. With the players we've got, these players are good enough to beat Nottingham Forest, man.
Yeah.
What it is, man. The reality of the situation is, and I agree with Scott. We have the talent to be Nottingham Forest? Yes or no? Yeah. That's as simple as that. The reality is just that you play the players where they can play and play them to the styles that they know how to play as too. That's what it comes down to, man. You allow Sterling to play the way that he likes to play. Allow your other attackers. You need to. I think what I'm not understanding from Poch is that he also needs to kind of help. You're trying to help develop these players too. Jackson, for example, try to help to play to his style, or something like that. Try to do something there. Play a Madueke, or Mudryk, or Ian Maatsen on that left wing. Yeah, to help out, to help these guys out. If you need to play the 10, get a 10 to play the role. Simple as that, man.
But that's why I'm asking the question, and maybe I didn't ask it very well because I got confused in what else he was saying because I'm so frustrated with this match. But this is why I'm asking. All of us here agree that Chilwell should not be playing the left wing, but Poch insists differently, right? So what I'm asking is Poch not playing these players at left wing because he doesn't trust them, or is it because
he doesn't trust Mudryk? It's as simple as that. He doesn't trust Mudryk.
But even Maatsen.
He doesn't trust them.
But the thing with Maatsen.
So then, did he want these players? Were these youth players imposed on him, or did he want the experienced players to play on the left wing?
Well, he came into the job. He came into the job knowing that Mudryk was going to be here.
And this is what confuses me too.
I'm not being
Yeah.
funny, bro. Like this, the second time this has happened. Go and look at the comments he made after he joined PSG, and go and look at the comments he made after he joined us. I'm not buying this nonsense. I'm also not buying this nonsense, by the way. And we keep wanting to talk about players. I'm not buying that bullshit. When literally across the goddamn city, like literally across London, there's a guy who people laughed at, by the way, when he was linked for Chelsea because he'd only managed in Japan, Australia, and Scotland. People laughed at him. Said, "Who is this guy?" He's now getting something out of a 20-year-old left back. Their back four, by the way, consists of a 20-year-old, a 22-year-old, a 23-year-old, and a 25-year-old. That's what their back four consists of. They're getting something out of a 24-year-old who 2 years ago was playing in Ukraine. Same as Mudryk. They're getting something out of a 23-year-old who 2 years ago couldn't get game time at Juve. Like he's getting something out of a 20-year-old or whatever, how old Sarr is, who couldn't get a game under Conte last season. Like, I'm not hearing that. I'm not hearing anything about players. I'm not hearing it. Don't tell me about players when I'm seeing other guys. I'm seeing Arsenal go and like with Arteta, who I don't particularly rate that as a manager. I'm seeing him get young players in. Martinelli coming from the second division of Brazil. I'm seeing him do something with Timber until he got injured. Playing him as a centre-back, a right-footed centre-back playing as a left-back, by the way. Again, we keep talking about this, can't play this, can't play that. He's managed to do it. Took Saliba, who was 21 when he came into the team. He's taken these young guys and making it work. I don't want to hear shit.
Look at Brighton, guys.
So
Brighton,
before we go on,
down south from London.
That striker's even 18 years old, man.
Before we go on, by the way, 68 of you guys here, only 27 likes. Come on. Let's try to get those likes up to at least 40. Smash up the likes, wipe your feet at the door, help the channel out. I hope you guys are at least enjoying the discussion we're having here. I don't know if I interrupted anyone, but if I did, just let me know. But what I was going to say is that, so Scott, like, okay, you're not hearing it. I get that. I think we have players that could work in the positions. So are we dumbing this down that Poch is being stubborn and incompetent? Then
yes,
with choosing. Okay,
it's not dumbing it down though. It's just the reality, Marshall. Like I find it wrong for you to say let's not dumbing it down. Sometimes it's just a lot of problems, you know. Like yes, they may be complex, you know. Or if you kill someone for some random reason, there might be some complexity as to why you killed someone. But for some things in life, it's black and white, and this is just black and white. You know what I'm saying? Pochettino is getting it wrong. Fix up, big man. It's really it's as simple as that.
It's kind of odd though, because I don't think I've ever seen him do something like this, like at for example PSG or even Tottenham, like play a.
Do you watch that PSG, bro?
I watched games at PSG. I didn't see him play a left back at like left wing. But then again, it's different for PSG. They got bagfuls of talents. Like
we got a super chat in here, boys. I don't know how to read your name. I'm sorry.
Yeah, bro, you need to tell us, man. You know what I'm saying? Big up, bro.
You gotta give us some. Yeah, I don't know how to read this name. Panko. I don't know. $4.99, brother. I don't understand how we went from playing the way we were playing in preseason to playing how we are playing now. Poch is the Argentinian Potter. Oh my god.
It's not like right now. He's doing that.
He's doing some similar things.
Yeah.
The boys
Potter was playing wrong football because he was just trying to save his job. That was the difference.
Yeah. Also, I actually agree with M3. I don't necessarily think it's like incompetence. I think it's cowardly. Like, I'm sorry, but there are so many things he could be doing with this team and trying out new things and trying to put us in a direction of like things may go wrong. There may be some bumps in the road, but I'd give more of an allowance to it, and take a step back and have more leeway about certain things. If it wasn't the fact of like playing Mudryk, right? We're expecting him to have bad performances, and no one's saying he's the finished article or even great right now, right? No one's even saying he's good right now, but I can kind of allow it to an extent if you're showing a level of trust in him to try and like develop him and improve him. Same with the back line. I love Silva, been brilliant here, but it's quite clear that we need to move on from him. So can we please, if play Disasi and Colwill was a back two partnership or whatever, and when Badiashile's back, drop Silva, play Badiashile and Disasi, whatever, as a centre back, and move forward, because there might be mistakes, right? We might have an error here or two, but I expect that from those guys, right? When I'm seeing errors from a 39-year-old Silva, defensive errors from a 39-year-old Silva, I've got nothing. It's the same thing I had about Koulibaly. I've got no leeway, nothing to give you. I can't say I can't take a step back and go, do you know what? I understand. because you're 32, my guy. Where's the improvement going to come? Where's the leeway to give you? Silva's going to be 40 next year. Like there's no leeway there, and it's the same up front. I can't give you leeway. I can't accept that what you're doing is I can't accept this and wait for the project, quote unquote, and give you time when you're quite clearly just not wanting to change and just wanting to play someone out of position consistently for no reason, even though he's been terrible. I can't give you leeway when you're leaving our striker on an island where he has to do everything by himself. I'm talking where he has to drop deep, create, hold the ball up, be a creator as a number 10, finish the chances as well. He has to somehow appear on the left wing, on the right. He has to do everything by himself because there is no one else in that team that's doing anything from midfield. And that's not necessarily on the midfielders, because look at the profile of midfielders we've got. Like I said earlier, the only profile of midfielder that we have in that team that could actually do the number 10 is playing as our 6 because of a couple of good challenges in the opening game. That's where we're at.
Yeah. It doesn't help. Like what you were going back to, alluding to with the Jackson situation. I know people are trying to like bash Jackson, not have his best performance today and all that, but like at least when we saw in preseason Mudryk playing, there was some link up with Jackson. We saw the chemistry building up between him and Maatsen. Does that surely not account for anything? You know your attack is suffering, Poch. Why not just give it a shot? Like, why do you have to be so cowardly about this? Like, that's the one thing that pissed me the fuck off about Potter, is this man didn't take any chances. Dude, if you're going to lose the game anyways, might as well take a fucking chance. This is not good. I have another super chat. Don't know how to say your name.
Someone said
Pinko.
But it's like no, because it's written in Ukrainian, so like I'm not sure.
Ukrainian or Russian?
I think he's Russian. I've seen him before. I think he's Russian.
We'll let him tell us. $4.99 super chat again. It's 2023 and Silva's still playing ball for us. Time to let the sentiments out and tell the pensioner Silva to sit at home. He's rubbish now. I don't think he's rubbish. That's the thing.
But
like,
he's
I don't
right
think he's
though.
bad. I don't think he's bad, but I think I do. I'm starting to see what you guys are saying, that it is very possible that he is holding us back with the formation that we're doing. If we are playing this 3 at the back in possession or whatever, when defending or whatever the fuck it is, I can't keep track at this point.
All right,
and it's because of him.
Quickly,
you know, it stinks. What?
You know what it is, Marshall? Yeah, I said this to you before when it comes to Thiago Silva. This season is the season we should be phasing this brother out. The fact we're still playing him is worrying at best.
Well, that's the problem too. Like,
because for me,
I can't get too upset. I can't get too upset at the fact that we're not doing it yet because Badishila's not back. Fana got injured. He doesn't want to. Chalobah was supposed to leave this club. Like, you know, there's a few factors there.
To go back to you, Marshall. Yeah. The thing for me is, I would have understood if, like, for the first 2 games, like we had Thiago Silva playing, and then just to shepherd in Disasi, get him eased and grooved into the squad, and then after he really got like Nottingham Forest, Luton Town afterwards. If you get my drift, I was like, okay, that makes sense. But like the fact we're still playing him is, I don't understand why are we still playing him. He's not even a captain anymore. Like, there's not even a captain excuse that you can give him. Like when we were trying to, some people have been given Chilwell. Yeah, so like there is literally no excuses at this point.
That captain excuse is bogus to me too, by the way.
It is, 100%.
The fact that he's playing because he's captain. We benched Aspie last season for how long? And he was captain.
2 seasons in a row, 2 years in a row, we benched him.
Pretty much.
On the preseason thing, though, by the way, I can't lie. Preseason was a waste of time. It was a complete waste of time.
Apparently, we're just going to ditch the whole tactic that we're going to fucking do.
That's why
preseason was a waste of time.
Just quickly, Thiago Silva actually replied to someone saying that he was the problem. I don't know. Do you want to read it? Like, I can share my screen if you want.
Christ.
Yeah, I saw that.
Wait, Thiago Silva said he's the problem today?
No. Someone criticised him, and then he responded to it in a direct reply.
He wasn't. No, but he wasn't the problem today, though.
This won't go. So this person also said something. This won't go down well, but I think it's time to drop Thiago Silva. Playing him is becoming a problem because we have to play a back 5 to shoehorn him in. playing 4 at the back will allow us to be better going forward, and I don't think we'll suffer much at the back. Nothing but respect to Thiago, but I think we'd be better off without him at the minute. He's replied, if you look closely at my game, we are playing with a line of 4, my friend. But there's no problem in assuming that I'm also responsible for the defeat. Put the pressure on me. No, what the hell? No problem yesterday.
He is right about the back 4.
I don't know.
We're not
I don't
playing
know
the
if
back
he's
5.
admitting. Keep that up for a minute. I don't know if he's like admitting. I think he's just doing what every player would do and take accountability for defeat. It's a team sport after all. It's not just on one player, even though we're sitting here criticizing Joel. But at the end of the day, like, listen, I'm not closed-minded to this idea that it could be Thiago Silva holding us back. Thiago Silva could be the reason we're playing 3 center backs and not playing our attackers.
Again, he's not the problem, so to speak, like the problem above all else. He is a problem.
A part of the problem.
He is part of the overall problem. Like he is him, the 10 problem, Chilwell, like all of these culminate into being like problematic for the football club, for us the way we play. Excuse me. The thing I was going to say with the preseason that was a waste of time is because like it's not even just from a formation perspective or personnel. It's like we talked about before. 2 of our best performers in preseason have like one got sent out on loan. And then one nearly got sold and is getting pity minutes at the moment for some reason. Mudryk looked good in pre-season, was linking up really well, like you said, with what's his name, with Jackson and with the midfield. And again, looked good in that looked good in when he came on against Liverpool. Then since then, nothing. Nothing. Like it was everything you were getting out of Jackson from a positive perspective in terms of linking up play, not in the halfway line, but on the outside of the box, making runs off the defender, getting in the box, finishing chances. All of that's gone. Like complete.
Do you know what it is? You know what it is, Scott? Yeah. You know when Jackson was playing at Villarreal. Yeah, you know who he had around him? You had Jeremy Pino, who was coming off of him from one side, and then he had he was playing on the left at times, but he would switch around on that side of like Gerard Moreno, and he would be able to pass to one of them, and because those 2 had the ability to score, the ability just to make that final ball into him, it wasn't a problem. But like now he's got Sterling on one side who he can only link up play with, and then he's got Chilwell. There's no one even behind him that's coming forward enough to even help him out in that 10 role either. So I kind of feel sorry for him from that aspect. But even though I do agree, he still had a bad game.
I love that we have to make about 1 million exclusives for this fucking manager, by the way.
Like, there's no more.
Well, no, I'm not. Like, obviously, I'm not going to sit here and be like, Poch out, all this and stuff.
No one's
like,
obviously, out, though. I think that's stupid. Like, no one's Poch out.
I'm sure there's plenty of people. We got Robbie.
That's reactionaries, bro. That's reactionaries.
Let me rephrase that. No sensible person is Poch out. But Poch needs to take all the criticism so far for how our season's going. I'm sorry. Like, there is only so much you can expect these players to do. Like, there is only so much you can expect these players to do.
You have people on the stream that you were just on, literally saying, "Get rid of these players again," as if we didn't just rebuild a completely new squad.
But the thing is, again, Marshall, there's it's just being reactionary at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? It's just you should know that by now, bro.
I'm not hearing this argument of we need you to have patience and all this bollocks when there are managers literally in the Premier League for the first fucking time in their careers this season with new teams that have hit the ground running, whether it come in mid-season last season with De Zerbi, whether you've got Ange this summer, whoever it is, straight away you're seeing a system, a positive system.
You know what, man? No one talks about Brentford. You know, look, Brentford has been like slowly making their squad quite young. Right, there's not really like what Mbeumo and everyone. Right, their squad is actually getting younger and they're playing much better football without Ivan Toney. Like, why are we kidding ourselves? Like, playing young kids does not mean failure.
I was going to say as well.
Before you go, Chris, I was going to say Brighton lost their 2 best players and they're still cooking.
They've actually, I was gonna say, Brian obviously sold
might
like
go
a lot of
better.
players, but they've actually like brought in a lot of players, and that manager's actually looking quite. I don't know that manager's name. I think he's Spanish,
Deserving.
but yeah, Deserving. That's it. You did say it actually.
Deserving.
Yeah, he's looking very good. Even Steve Cooper, like Nottingham Forest, brought a lot of players in as well.
No. Doing
You
too
can
much,
stop
Chris,
with the
now.
Steve Cooper.
Chill out,
You can stop with the Steve
chill out,
Cooper.
chill out.
Yeah,
Chris?
Marshall.
No, but
fighting,
like
bro.
he beat us today. He beat
That
us
guy
with
gives
like
me nightmares. That guy,
Bro,
I see
bro,
that guy
bro,
in my
no,
nightmares.
but the thing is,
Because the way
Ugliest
he
guy I've
looked.
ever seen.
what I would say
Jesus
to that,
Christ.
Chris, yeah, what I would say to that, Chris, yeah, is that listen, a manager can beat us, but does not necessarily mean they're good. Steve Cooper is all right.
Yeah, he's an okay manager. He's not like I'm not saying I want him. I want to keep Poch until like later on in the season. You know, I want to see how it rides out. I hope it doesn't get any worse than this, man.
Bro, I can't lie
What
to
was your
you.
original
Poch has
point,
got
though,
two.
Chris?
Poch has got 2 weeks now. You know what I'm saying, guys? He's got 2 weeks. Yeah, he better
2 weeks and
fix
then
his
what?
shit up. He needs to better fix. He needs to
Oh,
fix his
International
shit up.
break.
Okay, 2 weeks till we come back. Okay. I was gonna say
I'm
like
a bit-
2 weeks.
I'm
If
a
he
bit
doesn't
real-
fix it in
Ahmed's
2
gonna
weeks,
win
he's
that
just
battle.
I'm
not
gonna be
out.
real. Just before
Banner.
Chris goes. Sorry, Chris, but just before
No,
Chris
it's okay,
goes,
man.
for me, he's got till we face. Who is it? We face. I think we face Arsenal at the end of October. I need to see something before then because that run of games we have from the end of October to the start of December is disgusting. And if we play like this now, we're not winning any games during that period. I need to see something before then. Otherwise, I've got nothing to hold
Sleepy
on to.
time.
By the time we finish that run of games, that'll be about the middle of December. So you're talking about basically halfway through the season, nearly. That's the January transfer window. That's halfway through the season. I need to see something before the
You
end
know
of
the thing
October.
is, Scott, this is like Poch's like probably easiest run for like
Yep,
a good
no, it
while,
is.
and then
No problem,
yeah, and,
it
is.
and then
That's
we
the
got a
worst
hard
part.
run. Like he needs to get his act together, like start changing players like
Let me
Chilwell,
look at the
even like that,
fixture.
and like like get like a proper team in. But like obviously relying on Chilwell and then like going to that big run, it's not gonna look good, man. Like we're gonna be like fighting for 40 points a season.
His next 5 games in the Premier League, I'm looking at it right now. We have Bournemouth, Aston Villa, which is going to be a challenging one.
Somewhat one,
Fulham, worst defense in the league, I'm pretty sure right now.
West London Derby.
Burnley,
We should be able to beat
and
Burnley.
Arsenal is the 5th game.
Well, take
Arsenal
out the
must
Arsenal game,
bank
right?
us.
Take out that Arsenal game. You look at those 4 games. Go from the Arsenal game. Look at the next 7 games.
From the Arsenal game on, Brentford, Tottenham.
So you've got Arsenal game
Jesus
onwards.
fucking Christ. That is a rough patch of fixtures.
Oh, just quickly, to Pep's back pain. I'm not saying push out. Whoa, let's relax. All I said was he has to fix up. Like I'm pretty sure, like in the next game, I need to be seeing.
No one is pushed out.
We need
no
to
one
change
needs
next
to
game.
change.
Fix up,
Like,
bro.
If this game wasn't like to say it to him, like you need to change up, I don't know what game will like tell Poch, okay, you need to change things. I don't know what it would be because like today and even like Luton, okay, we did win 3-0, but we wasn't winning 3-0 until like near the end. Like we scored the last 2 goals like 70 minutes or whatever it was, and obviously we lost to West Ham. I know West Ham's doing really good this season, but like we should be like putting up a better fight to a 10-man West Ham game as well. So,
oh my God, you brought up the 10-man part too. Oh my
Yeah,
God, I forgot about that.
I understand a bit of West Ham maybe because they are good, but like it's 10-man, so there's no excuse.
Yeah.
Okay,
Today
we
was the
don't-
nail in the coffin.
I do
If
want
we
to
don't-
touch on this comment, by the way. Our forwards aren't clinical. This over-reliance on wingbacks to be crucial for all our attacks just isn't for me. Why can't we have goal-scoring midfielders and wingers to support the striker?
Can I answer
Whoever
that?
wants to go. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, like bro, Adrian, I think at some point last season, the season before, I would agree with you. Right now, bro, Chilwell is not doing that. Our fullbacks are not, providing anything in attack right now. Even Gusto, bro, like Gusto's been a lot more defensively than others. Like the wingers, they're not even being given chances. They're not even being given chances to be clear. Sterling is the only one you could probably say what Madueke's not played. Modric's only had a bit of a game, and even then, he's been looking like something that I cannot say on television. Who else? Cole Palmer only just come in. Ian Maddison barely played in that position. So like, come on, bro. Like it's unfair. It's unfair
It seems to me it seems
It's
really.
like,
I'll be real. Go ahead, Scott.
I say it time and time again, and I will continue to say it. Frank Lampard and Kevin De Bruyne are amazing players, but they have warped people's idea of what you have to expect from your midfield. Like, I'm not expecting our midfield with who we've got, apart from maybe Gallagher, to score goals consistently. Like, go and look at other teams in the Premier League and tell me how many goals Arsenal got from their midfield. Bar Ødegaard, right? And it's Ødegaard. Their next, Xhaka got 7, and he was their set piece taker. Partey got 3. Then you look at City. Gundogan got a lot, penalty taker. Apart from that, I don't even know how many De Bruyne got off the top of my head. Rodri gets like 3.
Wingers,
fair enough. Wingers, fair enough. I'm not expecting our midfield to score like 20 goals a season.
That's just stupid because the midfielder's job is midfield's work, and like passing it to the wingers or attackers, and hopefully
Jesus Christ,
they got to do some work themselves. What? What happened?
I just saw a wild comment, man. We can't repeat that, man. Yo, that is crazy.
But like Enzo does do a lot. Like today, for example, like Enzo was doing a lot. I thought a lot of good things. He was creating chances. He's pinging the ball to left, right, or whatever. And he's got a good work rate about him as well. He definitely goes up and down.
De Bruyne last season in the Premier League, 32 matches, 7 goals, 16 assists. When you have a striker like Erling Haaland, then you are not complaining about your midfielders not scoring goals. Your midfielders are there to put in the work, create the connections and the passes for the rest of the team. There's very seldomly times where you're going to get a Frank Lampard or even a De Bruyne-esque type of attacker. Like, I'm looking right here, like the season where Man City didn't even have a striker, 21-22, Kevin De Bruyne in 30 games scored 15 goals.
I think that Gundogan was their top goal scorer that season.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, Marshall, like you say, just Erling Haaland. They literally have like Bernardo Silva helping them attack, and they literally have Grealish in attack helping them attack. And they have Foden on the bench, like as an option, or start sometimes on the helping attack as well. Foden's, I think he's got the most assists this season. Foden has actually. I'm pretty sure I've seen it. Like he's got the most assists there. Like they just got full of like great attackers, and we're relying on Jackson and Sterling right now because we're not going to be relying on Chilwell to be attacking because he's not really an attacker. He's a left back. We're not really relying on Gusto to like do all these goals and assists as well, or anyone. We need more attackers on that field, not just like defensive-minded players. Like that's just too coward. Like you guys been saying.
What do you?
Because he's in your fantasy team doesn't mean you need him to score.
I'm tired, man. Personally,
I have my fantasy team, man. He's cheap.
Personally, I'm just tired, man. You know what I'm saying? If it was like, every time I talk about Chelsea, like the last, I think even Tuchel that season, the season like that we were with Real Madrid, yeah. It seems that we're talking about the same things every single time with Chelsea Football Club. You know, at some point, man, it's gonna take its toll, man. You know what I'm saying? It's taking its toll.
Oh, that's look. I took a depression nap after the fucking game. Okay,
Jesus,
it took a toll on me. All right,
listen, man. It's not easy, man.
All I'm saying is like I said earlier, he has till the end of October to that Arsenal game to prove something to me. Otherwise, I lose faith in him.
Yeah, no, and listen, I was all for Poch is going to prove me wrong, and look at this what Poch is doing in the preseason. But now those doubts that I had earlier on in the season before we hired him, they're coming back up. I'm not going to lie, but I'm going to back the manager. I'm going to see what he does.
What were you worried, by the way, about him? I actually want to know because, like, I honestly, I was
worried. Well, I was worried about. One, his ability to demand respect in that locker room and to really control the locker room. I thought egos would get to him, which I don't think has been the issue, but I'm seeing that this inability to drop Chilwell because of his seniority possibly could become an issue for him. I don't know. But the other worry was, is he going to be able to compete at the highest level? Right now, it's being questioned right now. Is he going to be able to compete at the highest level? He's talking all this talk about, I want to win 2 cups in the Premier League. I want to win everything I can win and all this. Bro, I don't know where we're going to start seeing this team that you're talking about.
Honestly, you know what, man? The worrying thing as always, even if you were like, let's say, I don't wish this on Pochettino, and I want to present this as a hypothetical, Let's say, he turns out to be not good enough and you have to move their brother on. Who do you go for next? You know what I mean? Because
that's the other issue.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, the only one on the market is Nagelsmann, but we already ruled that out.
that man can't get a job because no one wants to. Well, listen, he is a respectable manager, I'm sure, but like something about what his demands are, whatever. There's a reason PSG didn't want him. Or it didn't work out for PSG. Maybe PSG did want him, but it just didn't work out. He didn't.
Hey, we can't even go for Frank Lampard as an interim anymore. He's joining England youth, isn't he?
Oh my god!
So. No, we're not. No,
why are you talking about Frankie, man?
Let's not.
I said it's interim, and that's a joke. Okay.
Scott already had to deal with that earlier. Let's not put Scott through it again. Okay.
Listen, you know it's Scott. Yeah, like I think when it comes to Lampard, bro,
Oliver,
we don't need him to tarnish his post-year legacy. You know what I'm saying? We don't need that.
Oh my days.
I'm not asking for that, man.
Let's also look at the point where we lost this game. Okay. So yes, Caicedo's getting cooked. Listen, he made a mistake, and that's why he's getting cooked. I think overall he had a decent game. I don't think he was generally really bad at all. I think we dominated the midfield as a result of having Caicedo and Enzo and Gallagher. I think they were good in the midfield. We just didn't finish our chances. But this moment, Caicedo has a terrible touch, and
took it with his weak foot for some reason as well.
Well, you can normally players normally use both feet for touch.
That wasn't even a touch though. That looked like a one-touch layoff.
If it was, then
it looked like he was trying to put it into Gallagher's path there, but don't do it with your weak foot.
It looks like a bad touch as well, though.
But that was happening all game, man. It was literally happening all game. Not
Thiago Silva gets megged. I will say this. Okay, I guess. Listen, people want to rag on Sanchez for the goal. The way that I see it with Sanchez, if this was us scoring it, we would have said it's a fantastic goal.
Yeah, of course. So, but can I say something to that though?
I think actually, yeah, go ahead, Chris.
I was gonna say, how we used to obviously blame Kepa, like he's never like a good last man defense. Like as a keeper, you don't feel any confidence. I have the same thing with Sanchez. I have no confidence that he will be our last man defense or whatever. Like they want to say like that. So, people overhyping like Sanchez, like he's way clear of Kepa. He is, and he's nothing special, different. I don't expect anything big from Sanchez. Like he's an okay keeper. He can have a few saves. The one thing I like about Sanchez actually quite a lot, he's good at claiming crosses. He's good at doing that, and that's the big.
He had that Bozo moment as well, where he threw the ball into the player's back. Like, do you guys remember that?
I missed that. Yeah. I don't know.
Mama mia.
We threw it into the Notts Forest player's back. Yeah. I'm like, what the hell are you doing, man?
Yeah. I mean, people want to say that this is on Sanchez. Like, I'm not with that. I mean, we obviously the overall reason we lost is because we couldn't score. We weren't effective in the attack. But I don't know. What about the rest of you guys think about Sanchez in this one? Do you think a better keeper would have saved that?
Oh, I think Alisson would have. I really think Alisson would have. He's a very good keeper. Maybe as well, yeah, Courtois, like top keepers, but he's not a top keeper, so I don't think any of us would expect say 1v1s. He's not nothing special or nothing, is he? Maybe a bit rusty as well. Didn't he be on the bench for like a good couple of seasons as well? Maybe he's a bit rust as well.
Yeah. No, only half of last season.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Still, actually, less than half of last season, I think.
I'm not too sure. I just know he got benched or whatever for like a stupid reason or whatever. So maybe he's a bit rusty. I don't know, but.
Ahmed,
it's not really on him.
Ahmed or Scott, what do you guys think about?
My opinions on Sanchez haven't changed. I don't blame him for this goal, but my opinions on him haven't changed. He's Kepa 2.0, not in the sense of he's as bad, more in a sense of more in a sense of he doesn't fill me with any confidence in goal. I have no confidence with him in goal. Like if we had Courtois, I feel comfortable. Czech, comfortable. If we had Alisson, comfortable. If we had Maignan, comfortable. There's a sense of comfortability. There's a sense of assuredness I have over them in goal. I have none of that with Sanchez, and he can prove me wrong 100% this time. Mm-hmm. I have no assuredness of him when he's in goal. He looks like a nervous wreck all the time.
I can't disagree with that.
I'm with that.
Ahmed.
You know what I said to you, and you were cussing me out for that. Sanchez is a minimal at best upgrade to Kepa Arrizabalaga. And
I'm not asking you what you think of Sanchez. I'm asking you if you think a better keeper could have saved this.
Maybe.
Okay, it's a maybe.
There's
I don't
another
think
thing what he did quite bad, by the way. Sorry, Oliver. Like that dodgy pass, like he literally kicked it straight down the middle and it went straight to a Forest player. What could have maybe cost us, but didn't.
Yeah, his distribution's a bit on and off, because I remember that there was also a time in that game where he actually had a really good one. Like he did kind of a bit of a De Zerbi ball thing where he had his studs on the ball and he told Gallagher to make a decoy run which took away a midfielder, and then he sent a through ball right into Sterling, and it's like we could maybe implement more of that into our play, but that was the only time I really saw it. And besides that, the distribution was just a bunch of like hoofing it away, just what Kepa does really. And yeah, claiming the crosses is great, but nothing to really like feel that confidence, like you guys say.
Yeah, I would need to see more of him. I need to see like a man of the match type of performance from Sanchez at some point to fill me with any type of confidence, because I haven't really, like, I agree. Like I still hold the opinion that I think Sanchez is not a big, but a slight upgrade from Kepa. But we haven't seen it. I don't feel confident when there's a 1v1 and he's the goalkeeper that's defending it. I'm not feeling confident.
I don't want to see him have a man of the match performance, because that'll probably mean our outfielders have all dropped a 2 out of 10. So I just want him to do his job. If he gets a savable chance, I want him to save it. That's as simple as just do your job. That's all I really want, and just do something to fill us with more confidence, because that's clearly. The Chelsea fans aren't feeling like he's the guy yet. So if he can do something to change that, then be my guest.
I mean, I don't know what else we could even criticize of this. Criticism was the formation that was not the formation, the personnel that was chosen for this game, and where they're playing, and it's just more of the same thing. Like I don't know what else we can add.
Want to talk about subs?
Oh, actually, that is such a good point.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I feel.
You know what? Actually, we can't. One thing we can't criticize is because in the last 3 Premier League games, he's been doing his subs really late. He actually pulled one out at the hour mark, so fair enough for that. To be fair,
which is great, but what the fuck was the tactic?
All out attack at that point.
He just threw the kitchen sink. There was no formation at that point. What the hell was the formation? Like 2-1.
I felt like
No. It was still 3. We still had 3 centre backs.
Yeah, like it felt like a back 3 with like full out attack.
3-1-5. That's what the fucking formation was.
I actually thought though, like out of all the subs we did, Cole Palmer actually looked decent. Like I'm not really a big fan like us signing, but he did look quite good. Like on the ball, like dribbling wise, like he looked good. And he released at the right times as well. Like I do want to see what Cole Palmer can do for Chelsea, because who knows? I could be completely wrong about the guy. But yeah, I thought he's quite good sub. He was. The rest, like Madueke didn't do a whole lot. Ian Matson didn't really notice.
Mudryk looked lost. Mudryk looked so lost.
Yeah, I think Mudryk had that long shot and blasted out of Nottingham Forest.
Oh my God! No, that thing killed me.
Yeah. He has negative football IQ.
That's the only thing I really remember about Mudryk is that long shot.
I mean, I understand you're trying to break down a low block, but don't you just literally took a shot and hit a guy right in the face. Like, what good was that going to do?
It was a hit.
That guy deserved it.
A long shot, hopefully it goes in, and if it did, then everybody's screaming about it.
But beat your man.
he didn't know how.
Oh my God! I mean, on Palmer, by the way, like I thought he looked tidy. Like he was fine. Like he looks technically good. It's all well and good, With time, he can come good. But what I was saying earlier about how this team reverts to type when it realizes that it can't win a game, the other thing that it does, not only do they keep crossing the ball, they don't move. No one in that front line moves. You guys must have seen that. There's no movement after a certain point in the game when heads drop. And how do you expect Palmer or anyone in that matter to link up when there's no movement in behind, there's no movement into space to receive? You can't expect anything. It just kills the whole team.
I thought that as well. Like his last 10 minutes, I don't know what play it was. I think it's maybe Palmer, and he's like moving forward the ball, and then all these players around him was just staying stiff, like beside him, not doing any sort of movement, not trying to make the Nottingham Forest players like move back or anything, do anything like that. They didn't do like any sort of movement for him, and it's like It's like, are they tired? I don't think they can be tired. Like, they're only playing one game so far a week, and it's only the start of the season. So I don't know what it was. They just gave up, or I have no idea.
I mean, as you tell, the only person that was moving was Jackson. But to be honest, to be honest, if he wasn't moving, that goes from a 1% chance of scoring to a 0% chance. So, who cares at the end of the day? It did nothing.
He might be useless, so
Thank you for the $1.99 super chat.
He might miss
to
a
be
lot of
sent
shots.
to the front lines of the Chelsea attack.
He'd be useless.
You need to
Bruh.
the front
Yeah, I
lines
think
of the
so.
Chelsea attack. That's clearly what he means. Clearly.
Yeah.
Oh, you got so mate, you know what I'm saying?
I wish it was still the transfer window. It would have been he should be sent on loan.
He can't even kick a ball right now.
Can't even do that
He ain't gonna
anymore.
use a gun.
Yeah, but I mean, this one hurt, man. This one hurt. I was hoping that maybe after the Luton game we'd get some confidence going, some momentum. Maybe the players start playing better, but goddamn, like I hate to say it, it's starting to feel very, very eerily similar to Potter again. And we changed the whole team pretty much. There's really no one here that, other than what,
Ludwig, Sterling,
Reed, Sterling, like it's
Gallagher.
almost a brand new team. It's like
Chua, like, I guess. Nah, we've got a lot of new players in, so like it should be a bit different. Hopefully, like maybe it's gonna take a little bit of time, but I don't know. I hate to use that word, like to take a little bit of time, because
Needs to be a change in.
I feel like I
Sorry,
feel
go on,
like
Chris.
I was gonna say I feel like we waited enough from last season. We was punished enough last season. Last season was just a nightmare. Like I don't want to go back to that season. I couldn't wait when it was over. I don't want to feel the same way this season. I can't wait that this season's over. Blah blah blah. Like I don't want to go through that again because it's such a horrible season. I don't want to be fined like 40 points.
Ange Postecoglou, without a Harry Kane, blasted 5 past Burnley. Just want to put that out there, boys.
Yeah, Son. They use they used Son as a striker. They tried something different, and they used like 4 attackers, and we used 2 attackers. That's a big difference. So that's why they probably scored 5 as well. They used 4 attackers. We used 2. Like you can't rely on just 2 attackers. It's too defensive. It's too defensively minded.
That's what I was going to say as well. Like we talked about the fact that Jackson was dropping too deep to not get in the box. The wingers aren't making runs into the box either. So like, there's just not enough bravery in this team. It's too safe. I feel like I've been saying that. We've been saying that for years. It's just so safe.
When we have like 8 defensive players starting with against Nottingham Forest, like I don't know why we had that many defensive players to begin with. Like you need more attacking players to help.
No, I get that. It's not good enough. Yeah.
I'm not really gonna go fully on the players for this game because like Poch, like we said.
Oh, here we go again, bro. Do you not like to give players was it called any like accountability, my friend? What's going on?
No, to be fair, I actually agree with Chris. I agree with Chris for this game. I'm like, as much as I I dislike how Chilwell played, and like I wasn't happy with a couple of others. Like I'm not giving I'm not going to the players off this game. I'm going after Poch because at the end of the day, we can sit here and talk about how crap Chilwell is week after week after week. If he continually gets played, that's not his that's not a
Chilwell did not just go up to Poch and say like, "Hey Poch, play me left wing." Like he probably wants to play left back. He probably wants to play.
He's just doing what he's told.
Like again, like at first, like Chilwell, do better, score those goals, get in the box, do what you have to do that better. In preseason, yes, it was all merited. At this point, Poch is the one insisting on this guy, and I think even Chilwell knows it's not working. I'm sure he does.
The thing is,
well, then why does he keep playing it, man?
If a player's performing
he's
bad,
not playing it. He can't just be like, "Hey Poch, fuck you. I'm going back to my
Guess what? Sterling went to my guy. Sterling was like, "Listen, bro, it's not working out here. You know what I'm saying?" And he said that in the interview, live and direct. So do the same,
but
big man.
They discussed it. I'm sure.
So Chilwell should discuss it too. What are you saying? Chilwell can't speak for himself.
Yeah, but
especially as the vice captain, who should have that connection with the manager.
I get that. But you don't think Poch is gonna come back and be like, "Listen, you see, Mudryk, I don't trust him. Maatsen, He's not signing the contract. You don't think that there's another hypothetical that can go on?
Play Madueke then.
Response?
Yeah, Madueke.
Play Madueke.
Just play a winger on the wing. At the very least.
I get that. I agree with you guys. I get that.
I understand if you don't want to play Mudryk or Maatsen, but then play Madueke. Like, he's fine. He'll do for now.
I agree with you guys. I think he does need to take risk. But again, whose decision is to take that risk? It's Poch. So it's like, I got to blame Poch at this point. For this game, I got to blame Poch.
The thing is as well, we've seen Chilwell perform quite badly like all season. Like so far, like, and what you do when a player performs badly that long, you change it up. You change it to Mats. If you want to use like still like a left wing back or something, you change it to Mats and see what you can do.
You know, I have this theory in my head, and I wonder if you guys think there's any validity to it. Do you guys think that when Reece James comes back, that'll give Poch more of an ability to drop Chilwell? Because I think right now he's my only captain right now.
As the captain,
my other captain, once he can play, I can, now that I have a captain on the pitch, I can drop Chilwell and play like Maatsen. Do you guys think maybe there's any?
No, but the problem with that is that James was fit and he played against Liverpool, but then that was the game where we decided to throw away this preseason plan and decide to play Chilwell at left wing. We've already been through this before with James on the pitch.
I think we still have enough experience, like Thiago Silva. I think Enzo's got a bit of experience in how young he is as well. Like, he's a World Cup winner in a way. Like, he's an experienced player in a way. Like, he may be young, like 22 or whatever, but like he's definitely played a amount of games.
I can't be honest.
Chill was only a few years older.
Listen, this, getting the captaincy and nonsense, I'm not really moved by it, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, guys, just play the guys that we need on the pitch. I don't care who's captain or not right now. You know what I'm saying? This captaincy thing doesn't mean as much as it used to back in the day.
I mean, you can tell that because Chilwell's getting subbed off at the hour mark like every single game.
Pretty much, bro.
Like, if you guys pay enough attention, you see it. He's not lasting 90 minutes.
He has been subbed off. Yeah, he has been subbed off every game.
Yeah, it's because we're not scoring goals. And he said, "Oh shit, we need like more attackers helping the attack, maybe." And he's like too late sometimes. It's really shit. But yeah, what can we do? But what can we do and watch and suffer? That's what we're used to watching and suffering right now, anyway. So
yeah. It's all Scott's fault.
You got to suffer, you know, as Conte say. We got to suffer. Or Scott.
Scott wanted us to suffer. Now
I don't think Scott wants to see us suffer for life. Like at this point, we're suffering for life.
No. Yeah, they made that clear. I'm only messing about. But guys, I don't know what else there's to touch on for this one. It's such a bummer of a goddamn game, and it stinks that we're going into international break with 2 losses, 1 draw, and a win. That's
pretty good.
5 points. 5 points.
4 points. We have. When you have a draw and a
4
win.
points. Sorry.
Chris, were you just trolling there for like the banks there? Because like surely you were trolling after what you just said there.
What did I say?
You just said that's pretty good.
Gotta sit here. And
yeah, that's just my natural.
Yeah, he was trolling. He was trolling. Yes.
I don't realize what I do sometimes what I say, and that's just me.
4 points out of a possible. How many games? 4 games. So 4 points out of a possible 12 is not good, especially when we have this easy fixture in the beginning. But let's hope. I am hoping that when we come back, when we have Badiashile back, I think Ahmed, did you say Carney should be back by international break and Reece?
No, he won't be. But what's his name? Badiashile and Reece are back for sure.
Okay.
And Lavia is still doing conditioning apparently, so maybe he'll be ready by.
Lavia, I think, will be ready to start games, and we'll see what kind of a difference he makes as well into this team. Again, we need to stop with this Joe at the left wing. We need to come up with a different solution, and we need to try that. We need to try other things, Poch, because right now, before the fixtures get tough, you have some flexibility to try out some different formations, see what works. You're not going to do that against Arsenal. You're not going to do that against Brighton. You're not going to do that against Man City, United, Newcastle. You're not. So fix up, figure it out now before it's too late. And we're looking at a really, really bad season going into December. So that being said, ladies and gentlemen, smash up the like buttons if you haven't done so already. Let me get to at least 50 likes. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Hit the bell notifications so you are notified when we do go live. We won't be back until Wednesday. We're skipping the Casually Chelsea show on Sunday. There's really no point. We kind of did one on Friday. So we're going to come back with a call-in show on Wednesday, which you guys already know what you have to do for that one. And yeah, hit the bell notification so you don't miss out when that does happen. International break is here, so we'll still be putting out some content in between the international break. So stay tuned and be sure to be notified when that does happen. Check out the links in the description below. Check out everyone's channels, Ahmed, Sarcasm City, my other personal channel. We have the Twitter, Discord, all that fun stuff is there. Leave a comment down below. Let us know what you thought about everything that happened in this game, everything we talked about. Big up to Chris, Ahmed, Scott, Oliver for being here, a part of the panel, and big up to the proper casual and higher tiered members. That goes out to Winter Surfer, OG Turbo Jesus, Dark, Scott, and Adrian. Thank you so much for your support, and thank you so much for the support of everyone who is a member as well. So that being said, ladies and gents, we're out of here. We'll see you soon, and as always, stay casual. Peace.